Oh, yeah. Hey, Glenn, how's it going?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Camille. Thanks for coming in, especially
Oh,
on a
yeah?
Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, no worries.
Yeah,
No worries.
how's your weekend?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty cruisy.
Yeah, great. Well, the other week we sent through the financial plan that we prepared here at Aspirant Services. Any questions or topics you want to run through?
Oh, yeah. So, thank you for preparing the financial plan. But I just thought, there's a lot to it. And then I was just wondering, was there any risks associated with the strategy you provided me?
Yeah. So there's always risks with trying to plan into the future.
Yeah.
And that is something that we've made a lot of assumptions in this document. But no financial plan is perfect. If we could predict the future, that would be great. But we do take every care to, make it as safe and as sound as possible.
Oh, thanks.
We haven't recommended any investments at this stage, as you would have seen. But your superannuation does have it is an investment portfolio as such, and those sort of portfolios carry different types of risks. There's four main ones. So there's inflation risk, interest rate risk, market risk, and legislation risk.
Oh, okay. Could you give me a run through on them, because I'm not too sure what they are?
Yeah, so interest rate and inflation risk will really impact the value of that superannuation portfolio. So higher or lower interest rates and higher or lower inflation alter the value of shares or property or whatever assets your superannuation amount is funded into.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So is inflation a good thing? Is high inflation a good thing?
Higher inflation or lower inflation, in general, you prefer lower inflation.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Higher inflation can artificially increase share prices.
Yeah, okay.
So you tend to target the lower side of it.
Yep.
The big risk with superannuation is legislation risk.
Oh, okay.
So, at the moment, there's a defined age where you're able to access your superannuation, but you're 40 years away from that. So there's nothing to say that that's going to be the same age.
Okay. Oh.
You do lock up a big portion of your net worth in superannuation, and you can't access it into the future. So that is a risk.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thanks. And I saw that you recommended a lot of different products to me. I'm just wondering, was there any risk to it? Like, are they perfect or?
No product is 100% perfect.
Yep.
The products we've recommended we think are best for you, and each insurance product or credit product or financial product has what's called a product disclosure statement, a PDS. We've read that, but we highly recommend and advise you to read that as well. They are long and extensive, but it's the only way to fully understand what you're signing on the dotted line for.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So they talk about exceptions to the policy, what your time frame is to claim under the policy.
Okay.
And a lot of insurance products especially will have, in case of war, you can't actually claim for things like that. So there are risks to the products, and we recommend that you read the product disclosure statement.
Okay. I see. Could you run me through some of the risks associated with the products? Like for example, wills and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, was there anything downsides to it?
So wills and power of attorneys, they are a tough topic for people to especially think about and consider. No one wants to think about passing away or becoming critically ill where you're unable to make those sort of decisions.
Okay.
Wills and power of attorneys, we recommend going to see a solicitor.
Oh.
You can ultimately buy do-it-yourself kits from post offices and things like that.
Okay.
But we don't recommend that. They're not comprehensive, and we're trying to protect your future. So
Okay.
going to see a solicitor will cost some money and will cost some time, and it will be hard to think about, but it's better than just buying a cheap version and doing it yourself, and that may not hold up in the worst case scenario.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. That really makes sense to me. So I saw that insurance was a big part of the plan. Were there any risks to getting insurance? Because I think that will really stress out my family budget. So
Yeah.
could you run me through?
So insurance at the moment, a lot of it is contained within your superannuation.
Yeah.
And we're recommending outside of superannuation. So, and we're also advising you to roll all your superannuation into a different account.
Yep.
So there is a risk that when you cancel one superannuation policy and
Yep.
move to another, all your coverage will be cancelled. We advise you and highly recommend you to purchase these insurance products before cancelling your other superannuation. Otherwise, there will be a time frame where you're technically not covered for life insurance, income protection, and anything else that is currently in place under your super accounts. So
Okay.
that is a risk that you do need to make sure there isn't a gap with no insurance in place.
Okay, alright, sweet. Alright, okay. Thank you very much. I think that's all the questions I have regarding risk.
Yep.
I have. Alright, okay.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thanks, Phil.
Thank you.